Welcome back to the Heartbeat of Money. I'm Jon P. Moffitt, and today I want to speak to you directly to a very specific kind of entrepreneur. You've already made it. You've built the thing. You've scaled it. Maybe even you sold it. And everyone around you is celebrating your big exit. But deep down, you're sitting in this kind of weird silence asking yourself, what the hell now? Because here's what no one tells you. You can have the payday, the freedom, the clean break, and still be up at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling thinking, who am I without my business? Today, we're diving deep into that post-exit identity shift, the emotional fog, the mindset reset, and the spiritual invitation that comes when the title is gone, but the calling isn't. Let's walk it through the three-legged stool of emotion, mindset, and spirit, because this is where all three get tested. You know, the picture when all you have in your heads before the exit is the beach, the bank account, the peace that comes with the exit, maybe some golf, and you start getting this early retirement vibes. But the moment you step away from the business for real, it doesn't always feel like a celebration. It feels quiet, almost too quiet. You imagine peace, but you kind of got confusion. You imagine joy, but now you're just restless. You thought there'd be a victory lap, and instead, there's this weird emptiness you can't shake. You went from 200 emails a day to staring at your inbox wondering why you even opened your laptop. And that's grief. Grief over something good. Emotionally, you lost the thing that made you feel valuable. And now, you're grieving success. And no one talks about that. Let's call it what it really is at the end of the day. And that's an identity crisis. When you've tied who you are to being productive, to solving problems, to owning something, walking away feels kind of like death. I've heard it from clients and I've felt it myself. I was a CEO. Now what the hell am I? Suddenly you start wondering, and I've felt this way. Will people take my call? Do I matter without a business card? Do I even know how to live without a packed calendar? You know, your structure disappears, your purpose is kind of foggy, and then here comes guilt. Guilt for not wanting to start something new again right away. Shame for still wanting to get back in the game. And even imposter syndrome sneaks in. You didn't really earn this. You just kind of got lucky when you sold your business. But here's the mindset shift. You didn't lose your identity. You outgrew the old one. You're evolving, not ending. And that's important. So, how do we move from confusion to clarity? We kind of have to reframe our purpose, not around what we do, but around who we are becoming. Because let's get something straight. You didn't sell your mission. You just sold the vehicle that carried it. Purpose isn't attached to the business. It's woven into your design. This next season, it's an invitation to move from profit to purpose, from performance to presence, from building a company to building a legacy. You've got more freedom now, time capital, and even financial capital. The question is, how will you invest it? Legacy might look like mentoring the next wave. You might want to serve your family with a deeper intention. Create a giving plan. even invest in an impact-driven ventures. And spiritually, I believe this. God didn't bring you this far to retire. He brought you this far to redirect. So, as you're thinking about redirecting and repurposing your life after you've come to this kind of end, so to speak, I want you to think of this. This is exactly why I created the Next Stage framework. Because after exiting, you don't need another grind. You kind of need a guide. And here's how we can help, or how we help our clients step into their next chapter with intention. One, we want to reflect. What truly matters to you now? What lights you up? What burdens do you feel called to carry? Number two, identity. Rebuilding your identity. Who are you without the title? What values define you in this new season? And number three, redesign time. Let your calendar reflect what matters, like travel, rest, mentor, create with purpose. And number four, repurpose well. Don't just preserve it, point it. Start a legacy project. Give it strategically. Build something generationally. Because the same fire that built the business, it can now build your legacy. And I'll leave you with this story. One of my friends sold his company for 8 figures. Everyone clapped. He popped the champagne, traveled for a bit, took the victory lap. But after 3 months, he hit a wall. He didn't miss operations or the stress of the business. He missed being needed. He missed having something to solve. So we dug deep, and what we uncovered was this. He wasn't done. He was just misaligned. His passion wasn't gone. It had just shifted. And today he's coaching founders. He's investing in small businesses, and he designed this really cool thing for his family. It's called a giving strategy with his kids. And his wealth isn't just growing, it's serving. Because when you lead with service instead of status, your exit becomes your beginning. If you're listening right now, post-exit, post-title, post-everything, I want you to hear me. You are not lost. You're just between chapters. The mission, it's still alive. Your skills still matter, and your purpose didn't get sold with the business. This is your next stage. It's time to design it on purpose. Now, if this episode hit home, please share it with somebody who needs it. And if you're ready to talk the next step in legacy, rhythm, or impact, visit nextstagewealth.com, book a call with me. Love to just have a 30-second, 30-minute, whatever it takes to have a real brief conversation. This is where we can dive deeper and the work begins. And next week on the Heartbeat of Money, we're going to be kicking off a brand new series, this three-legged stool mindset. You've heard me talk about it, the emotion, the mindset, and the spirit, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper. Don't miss it. Look forward to seeing you there. And remember this, build with purpose, exit with power, and always be visualizing beyond the exit.